Hello YouTube, this is another QAZWSX2541 Blender tutorial. First off, let me know in the comments how the sound sounds. I think I'm getting closer with this, but I'm not quite sure yet, and I apologize if there's any background noise because I have a fan running because it would get simply way too hot in here otherwise. Anyway, what we're going to be doing today is a depth of focus. And so this is basically what the finished project is going to look like. So you can see whenever we move in and out, you can see the cube that is closest to us is focused, and the one that's not close to us is unfocused until we go past the first cube. Then the second cube becomes focused and the second one becomes unfocused. So if we back out a little farther, you'll see both of them get sharper and sharper because they're closer to the same depth. Now I would go through and explain all of the scripts, but there's simply way too much, and it's a little bit complex to explain all at once. So instead I'm just going to provide a download in the description for all of these scripts, and then you'll just simply have to bring them in like I do. So the first thing we're going to do is bring up your default Blender. We're going to stretch up this bottom window and split over another window for scripting. We're going to switch this to a text editor. We're then going to do text, open text block. I have a scripts folder, and here are the two scripts that we're going to need, and then there will also be a 2D filter. So we're going to import both of these first, so read depth, and then we're going to do text, open text block, read luminance, open text block. So then we're going to do text, open text block, and up here this little looks sort of like a wine glass or a funnel. We're going to click that, and then we can see depth blur, and we're going to open that text block. So next what we're going to do is this bottom window, we are going to switch it to a logic editor, and then with an object selected we're going to add an always sensor. This one is going to have pulse mode on, and we're going to add two Python controllers. We can wire that sensor into the two controllers, and these are going to be our read depth and read luminance files. We're then going to add another always sensor. This one is not going to have pulse mode on. We're going to add an AND controller, and then we're going to add a filter 2D actuator. And instead of remove filter, we're going to switch that to custom filter. And then we're going to select our depth of field, depth of focus, depth. So next what we're going to do is add two game properties. The first one is going to be AVG L, that is lowercase avg and then a capital L. And the second one is going to be called focus, just all lowercase. So then, if we play the game, you'll see we have a sort of blurry cube, and it eventually goes sharp. So that's cool and all, but can't really see what that is doing. So what we're going to do is select our camera. We're going to add a keyboard sensor. The first one is going to be a W key, and the second one is going to be the S key. We're then going to add two AND controllers, and then we're going to add two motion actuators, and we can wire those up. And then for the first actuator, we're going to go negative on the Z-axis. You can do however fast you want. And then for the S key, we're going to go in the positive Z-axis. So now, if we play the game, we can move in and out with our camera, basically zooming. So now let's add another cube. So let's duplicate this cube and just move it a bit closer to the camera so we can sort of see what is actually going on. So we can zoom in and out, and you can see the cube in the back is getting blurry until we move through the first cube, and then the cube in the back goes sharp. And so that is how to get a basic depth of focus in Blender, and that's running in real time. So anyway, that's going to be it for this tutorial. Thank you guys very much for watching. Again, let me know how the audio quality is. One more thing is, before I go, I did not come up with this system or write these scripts, so link in the description to the guy who has the video where I got this from. Now, of course, I don't know if he actually wrote the scripts or not, so I'm gonna leave that up to him. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.